Welcome to episode 75 of DYWTSB. I'm Mort, and as always, I've got Queen and Pops with me tonight.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, world?
How are you guys tonight?
I'm less dead than last week.
That's good.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're making our way toward the land of the living, kind of.
No more dead Queenie. Yay.
I don't know about that, but we're working on it. Maybe undead Queenie.
Okay.
I'm wonderful. I'm currently, as you both know, recording this from my phone because my computer has outsmarted me today. So.
Oh, fun.
Whoa.
Thankfully, I saw the Windows update about a couple hours ago, so tech guy's fine.
Well, you're fine.
But more,
What?
Mine's been updating for a couple of hours, so I don't know what's going on. It's been going since about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Hashtag old computer.
No, it's actually a brand new computer with Windows 10 and everything.
Oh, man.
So I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you hit the wrong button.
That's likely what happened.
Yeah,
You're probably
Pops what technology wrong.
Oh, man.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
And here we are again, boys.
Absolutely. So what are your guys' highs for Monday Night Raw?
All right, you guys. I didn't hate Monday Night Raw. I actually kind of liked it. There was some stuff I didn't like, but there was a lot more stuff I liked that didn't like. That's 2 weeks in a row. Shocked. So I actually have a few highs. I love seeing Stone Cold come out. I loved AJ mimicking Stone Cold and telling him to shut up, Steve, which I thought was great. AJ's just on a hot streak right now. I like heel AJ. It's just hitting on all cylinders. So that's a real high for me. The stunner is just something I love to see, and him talking shit and drinking beer. It's just a little nostalgia. So I love that. I really enjoyed Cedric versus AJ. I thought that was a really good match. I even like how it ended. I enjoyed actually the triple threat between Corbin and Joe and Ricochet a lot. But the biggest high for me, of course, was the 4 Horsewomen match in the ring. It was excellent. It just, I don't know, man. It was like a total A for me. It was just a beautiful thing from Madison Square Garden. Action was great. Their chemistry was great. It just kind of solidified things that I feel like we were missing a little bit from them. And seeing them all together is just so damn cool. So those would be my highs from Monday Night Raw.
My highs for Monday Night Raw were obviously Stone Cold coming out, and I popped pretty hard when he hit AJ with the Stone Cold Stunner. It's freaking hilarious, and you could almost tell, even though they tried very, very hard not to catch it on camera, that AJ was kind of geeking getting hit with the stunner.
It was awesome.
That was, and again, I'm going to continue to parrot Queen for at least a little while. I'm gonna continue to parrot Queenie at least for a little bit. I also enjoyed the triple threat more than I thought it would, because even though I didn't like that Joe took the pin, somebody had to, unfortunately. It was a really entertaining match, and if they're really gonna go all the way with Corbin, out of the three, who do you have lose? Do you have Joe lose, or do you have Ricochet lose?
Yeah, it's a tough choice. Pops, what were your highs?
Well, the biggest high that I had for the night was the 4 Horsewomen match. I thought it was phenomenal. I think that the things that these four can pull out of each other is just, it's a beautiful thing. I think we got a little bit of Bailey that we haven't seen for a while. We've got Becky that we haven't seen for a while. Charlotte's always on, and I'm confused with Sasha right now. She was really good, but she's not like dominating like I think they should have her be doing right now. It's weird. Like, she should be just in there just like kicking ass. Like, that's it. I think she's taking a little bit too much, but that's nitpicking. Yeah, AJ and Cedric was okay until the interference. Kind of over that. Yeah, and I didn't mind the triple threat either, but I'm kind of just trusting the plan. Like, I was surprised that I wasn't pissed off that Corbin won that match.
Me too.
I'm like, oh, I'm just going to trust what's going on here because they haven't disappointed me. So that's it for me.
Pretty solid.
And how about the lows of Monday Night Raw?
I mean, the lows for me, the Rey Mysterio Metalik match was all right. I mean, it wasn't anything super crazy. I didn't really I don't really know what's going on with this whole thing. But it was all right. It wasn't as good as I was hoping. The real low for me was a repeat of Natty versus Lacey. While it was better than last week, it was just kind of there. I'm just a little sick of it, I guess. And the ending of the show was all right. It just wasn't anything stellar. I would have preferred the Four Horsewomen to end the show, given they could have easily main evented with how amazing that match was. And this, 10-man weirdo tag team thing, it just was kind of strange. And I don't get why the Viking Raiders are suddenly faces. They were heels, sort of, kind of. It's kind of wishy-washy, and then they've been jobbing. At least, right, we could say they're not jobbing. They're not facing jobbers is what I mean. So there's that. But it wasn't, stellar way to end the show, Stone Cold was there, but whatever. I love the guy, but I didn't need to see him again.
Right. Especially if it wasn't going to do anything.
Right, especially if it wasn't going to do anything, a waste with that. It just wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't as hyped as I was hoping to end the show after how good some of the other things were.
All right. As far as my low of Monday Night Raw, I'm going to have to go with Lacey and Natty because the match last week really didn't do anything for me. Why would I want to see it again? And I almost put the Viking Raiders not facing jobbers this week in a high this week, but I resisted because at least they're doing something. Maybe that it's the same situation as we have on SmackDown, is somebody who was screwing around in jobber territory for a while and then just randomly thrust in a high profile situation with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan with Buddy Murphy. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here with the Viking Raiders and just throwing them in the deep water to see what happens.
Yeah, that could be.
But I also wasn't fond of Rey versus Grand Metalik because I don't understand the Rey Dominic storyline at the moment. And if they were going, yes, they referenced it, but you would think if they were going to go full bore with it, he would have been out being his father's corner man.
That's a good shout.
How about
Seems
you,
like that's how they were going,
Right.
We all kind of think alike here. So I'm going to say that my two lows are the Ray Grand, whatever his name is.
Madeline.
And that's simply because I don't care about either one of these guys. I don't care about the storyline with Ray. I think Ray could have retired about 10 years ago, and I'd have been happy because that's when he was at the height. And now he's just there. So, and then trying to tell me that this Grand Metalik is something special after he's been a dipshit in the Lucha House Party for the last year really does nothing for me right now. They could have done that when they brought him in and made him something special. or just let him be something special on 205 Live and let Ray go and wrestle there.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's harsh, but I mean,
it's harsh,
really.
but true.
I mean, because honestly, Ray is if they're gonna keep touting Ray as a main eventer, then he needs to be in the main event, and he doesn't fit in that picture right now at all. And then the other was the Lacey Evans and Natalya match, and that wasn't even for the match itself. It was simply because I am very, very tired of hearing CM Punk chants during matches with women involved. It makes no sense in that part of the show. It doesn't make any sense at all. I think that if you're listening to this show right now and you're one of those people that goes and chants CM Punk, I think you need to go and just get Starcast 3 on Fight TV and just hear him say absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? Because he said nothing. He was really fucking happy that they have vacation, but he said nothing. He's not coming back. Nobody's called him. So you can chant for fucking all you want, but he ain't coming. So give it a fucking rest. There's my rant. Because,
wow.
I mean, like, literally, I love Punk, but, Queen, you were there. What did he say?
He said he's not coming back.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
And then, other than that, he said absolutely nothing. Nothing important.
He told stories. He gave a little nostalgia.
Right.
He talked about things, talked about his future and his current life and his wife. And, it was very much a story time with CM Punk and not a, laying the seeds for CM Punk return. That's what it was.
That puts an end to Monday Night Raw. On to the highs of SmackDown.
So I have one. And this was a struggle.
Same.
But I have only one. I couldn't even really find two. But the one that I have is Chad Gable is advancing to the King of the Ring finals. I'm really happy for Chad Gable. You guys, I'm laughing because I just don't even know what to say. This fucking SmackDown was an absolute disaster, pretty much start to finish. But I am very happy for Chad Gable. I like the story. I like the reface of Chad Gable. I'm enjoying the haircut and the vibe, and that whole thing has been really, really cool. I think the only other thing that I could say that I liked was the table spot with Kofi and Randy, but that's just a spot. It wasn't really anything super exciting. So, there's that. What about you, Mort?
Bark! I'm a Queenie parrot. Bark, bark! my high of SmackDown was Chad Gable beating Shane McMahon, even though Shane McMahon tried fucking him really, really hard. Thankfully, it didn't happen.
I didn't see any sex going on in that match at all.
Thankfully.
Oh my god.
You said he tried to fuck him really hard. I don't know.
Figuratively speaking, jackass.
God.
Okay.
Shows off the rails.
But I'll tell you what, though, if there was some kind of sex angle involved in that, it would have made SmackDown just that much more entertaining, because it was not.
Nope.
So.
But
it's not my turn, so.
That's my high for SmackDown. As much as I love Taker, I cannot give him a high. How about you, Pops?
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed Miz versus Andrade. I thought that was a really good match. I think I really want heel Miz back, but if I'm not going to get him, then I'll take him throwing Andrade into Nakamura. That tickled me a little bit. And, and Shane losing. That was a good high. There was other things that happened in the show, but they weren't memorable, so yeah.
All right, how about the lows of SmackDown? Other than Gable winning.
Let's see. Sami fucking Zayn. Let's see. Where else should I go? Shane McMahon. I can't. And then, Mandy Rose, because, I don't like her because she's ugly storyline. That's original and really creative, guys. I'm glad we rewrote this entire show to put that in. Super exciting. Ember Moon trying to talk to Bailey. Hysterical. In a really sad way. That was a terrible promo and a terrible match. I hated the whole thing. And Charlotte looks like a hot mess. I don't know what's going on with her in her personal life, but she just does not look like herself. Something's wrong. I'm just like, girl, what's happening with you right now? I don't know. Eric Rowan's promo, terrible. Yeah, those are my lows.
My lows are that Mandy Rose, she's ugly promo, because I'm sorry. I'm going to put this out. I put this out on Twitter. I'm going to put it out in audio form too. WWE objectively does not hire ugly women. Period. End of story. At least for not their on-screen performers. And the other is get the mic out of Rowan's hand. Bring Harper back and have him be the mouthpiece. But for fuck's sake, do not call them the fucking Bludgeon Brothers. How about you, Pops?
Well, I just want to rebut really quickly what you said about WWE not hiring ugly or whatever you said.
Not non-attractive women?
Most nationally televised wrestling companies don't.
Right.
Or they're just women wrestlers are just beautiful without having any problems, because turn on any nationally televised wrestling program and try to find an ugly woman. Yeah, not going to happen.
Oh, I agree.
And in fact, with saying that, it's bullshit to even say that, because all women are beautiful in their own way. So who gives a shit who thinks you're pretty on the outside or not? That's bullshit. This promo immediately gave me a stomach ache, and I was like, really? You can't do better? You have grown-ass man and Stephanie fucking McMahon writing the show, and you can't do better than you're ugly? Look at me. Because you know what that does? That effectively makes a beautiful woman really fucking ugly. And I immediately was turned off of being a Mandy Rose fan. Here's the thing. I don't know how the backstage works in WWE, but and maybe she did, but if she didn't look at her producer and say, really, this is, I mean, how about call her crazy, call her something that fits her character, oh, you're crazy, you'll never be like me, because you're crazy. Got little girls in the crowd, it just irritates me. Anyway, the other thing is, where is the rest of the women's division? Because I mean, Ember isn't doing it for me anymore. And against Bailey for the 37th time in 3 weeks, it's too much for me. I mean, this has me crying out for Naomi. Where's Naomi?
Yeah. Where's Naomi?
Where's
Mella?
Where's Asuka? Where's
Great question.
the little girl that's with Asuka?
Where's Liv?
Kyrie. I wanted to say Rio, but I knew that was wrong because she's actually in a company that books their women.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Tell it.
So I'm really trying hard here because I love professional wrestling, and this show from the start to the end gave me stomach cramps. I wanted to go and have a very large bout of diarrhea because this show made me sick to my fucking stomach. Undertaker does not need to be on my television because you had to be high on weed and LSD to figure out what the fuck he was saying, because he made no sense. He got lost in the middle of it. You could tell. He was like, and the souls of the Reapers, and then I'll never say this again, but thank God Sami Zayn came out there and got his ass kicked, because Undertaker probably would have talked for 10 more minutes and nobody still would know what the fuck he's saying. He needs to go. He's I'm sorry. He could still kick my ass, but he's about 20 years past television.
And it made zero sense for Sammy to be the one coming out interrupting.
Agreed.
Zero fucking sense.
It's like they were back there and they saw him just going down the rails of Nowhere Land, and they were like, oh, Sammy, you're standing here. Why don't you go out there and take a choke slam? You're going to save this segment. it was just horrible. Like I want the Undertaker that I remember, like, from years ago. I don't want this version of the Undertaker. Furthermore, I don't want Heavy Machinery being SmackDown's version of frickin' Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's tough. They put us in a tough spot.
Like, I dropped more F-bombs this week than I have in the last 5 weeks because that's how angry I am.
Well, it's very frustrating, you know, for a program week after week to be as disappointing as SmackDown has been. Just week in, week out, it's just not working. I'm just not sure what they're doing. They're trying to tread water until they go to Fox? Is that what we're doing? Because we're not treading water, we're straight up drowning.
Yep. And losing.
Yeah, this is a sinking ship.
Especially, it's a completely sinking ship. Holes everywhere, water's coming in. It's just not a good look. And the destruction that they've put in their women's division is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace. We are in 2019. I can name 5 promotions off the top of my head that have better booked, stronger overall in terms of presentation, women's divisions than this company. And they have the talent and the means and the ability. And what do they give us? Jack fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the 4 horsewomen, which are great. That's not my problem. Where's the rest of your roster? Why aren't we building stars anymore? Where are the rest of the women and why aren't you showcasing them? Why do I hear Eric Rowan talking for 15 minutes about absolutely nothing? Why do we hear The Undertaker talking for 15 minutes about absolutely nothing when I could have had 2 women's matches in there or a different tag team match? Or hell, maybe the tag team, women's tag team champions. Do they want to have a match? Like, should we have a good one instead of this crazy bullshit that we're doing? Kyrie and Asuka are promoting WWE in Japan because now SmackDown's going to be on in the morning in Japan, so they're off doing that. What does that have to do to help your tag team division? You have 4 fucking women's tag teams. That's all you have. So what are we doing? It's a whole lost ship. And that includes Raw. It's not just SmackDown, but we're talking about SmackDown right now in terms of the ship is just, it's over. We have to do something because this is crazy.
I mean, we probably should have fixed Raw before we moved on, but I guess we can fix both Raw and SmackDown at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Actually, what I was going to say was, since we all 3 can agree that Raw was pretty much like a B plus A show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just leave it how it is because it was a good show. It doesn't really need. It just needs some nitpicking. But SmackDown, how do we fix SmackDown? Honestly, I mean, I'm gonna try to take a breath and be a cool head here, and let's figure it out. What can we do to save SmackDown? And that doesn't mean let's go segment by segment. Let's just try to fix it.
First thing I would say is don't rewrite an entire show right before the show begins. If you'd like to make changes, make it before, and if there's minor things that you need to tweak before the show, you should be tweaking minor things, not major things. Because when you do that, like in life, if it's last minute, it's rushed. And it can feel rushed, and it can feel underprepared. Like, Pops, you mentioned a couple minutes ago about how you felt they were like, well, Sammy, you're here, you go save it. That's how it feels for a lot of the stuff that they have here. So consistency and sticking with what you have and making those minor tweaks right before, I think, is a better step than scrapping and redoing just before the show begins. That's messy, and it makes you be unprepared. That's one thing I could say. The second thing I would say is there are people who should not have microphones. So either put someone else on a microphone or don't let them speak and do something else with their actions in order to get their point across. Rowan should not be speaking about anything. I just don't think he's got that under control right now. I think your point last week, Pops, about having Harper come in and do that, that's a really strong idea. He's better on the mic. He's a little creepier. He's got the whole kind of vibe going and might work better for them two to be together. And the storyline is so convoluted with this whole thing anyway, we don't really know which way it's going. So that needs to be streamlined. I think a lot of their problems can be solved by streamlining and having correct pacing. for their shows and their matches, and to build the other people that they're leaving off screen week in, week out. Because otherwise you're having the same tired matches and the same tired routines over and over again. It makes for stale television, and it makes us disenfranchised. So those would be the things that I could say off the top of my head.
Mort, what do you got?
Queenie did a lot of the overview, the big stuff that we could do, but I'm going to hit the Undertaker segment. And for me, you either instead of Sami Zayn, you either have Bray Wyatt hit Taker with the Mandible Claw, or the other option that I would like to see is you have Aleister Black hit him with the Black Mass.
So something physical that's not Sami Zayn.
And for me, either of those two on the main roster would fit even a short one-off with Taker.
I can get behind that.
And the other thing is, the She's Ugly thing really bothered a lot of people on Tuesday.
Yes.
And the thing is, you wouldn't have a male superstar attack another superstar on the basis of looks. So why do it for the women? It's lazy. For me, it's lowest common denominator. And it's the things like that they still consistently do that make us diehard fans on occasion embarrassed to want to say, hey, I'm a wrestling fan, come check it out. Because we're afraid of segments like that we will get shit on if somebody that's not a fan sees. So you have Mandy Rose, again, either say, try to continue to shake the foundation of her and Bliss in the friendship, or you can go with being more affirming in her friendship with Sonya and try to shake Nikki mentally.
How's your cool head? Are you feeling better?
I'm going to take another deep breath here.
Okay.
I'm going to apologize for all the curse words that I laid out earlier, but it's upsetting to me that I would love to sit in a writing room, but I don't have the 55 college degrees that it takes to get into the writer's room. And these people do, and they give us this. Okay? This whole show, forget it. Let's talk about this. Let's look at our roster and say, who on our roster can we push to be the person to promote our brand so that we don't have to rely on Undertaker? It's cool to see him come around, but here's the thing. So last Saturday, he showed up on a national television program as basically the American Badass Undertaker. Okay? And millions of people actually do watch College Game Day. It's crazy. I don't know if they thought that they would just get that past everybody. So then to march him out on Tuesday as the quote-unquote dead man, speaking in, I don't know what the hell he was saying. I didn't care. Because I'll tell you what, Austin tripping over his words on Monday was more entertaining than what Undertaker tried to do on Tuesday. So I think if we're going to be a new show going to a new channel, let's have new faces promote the new brand. That is it. The other thing, okay, Shane McMahon was cool when he came around. Now he needs to get off the television. There was no reason that Chad Gable couldn't have a bye in the tournament. Sometimes I just think that we're getting Shane McMahon vanity programming every week. And to me, it's lazy. It's lazy because you have so many superstars that you employ, yet you march him out. How many people were eliminated from this that could have got a second chance against Gable?
Or because Shane said it could have been somebody from Raw or SmackDown, give us a Zack Ryder or a Kurt Hawkins.
Or I'm sorry, but how about this? Give us a Joe or a Ricochet.
That too.
Who had to go through a triple threat. Give us another triple threat on Tuesday. I'd been fine with that. Because, give us content. Give us content that we want to believe in. We want to get behind. I'll tell you what, I've been thoroughly entertained and had just nitpicky stuff by Raw. Find us another Heyman or let Bischoff be part of the creative. And I guess I'll end it there because I already ranted about the Mandy Rose stuff. So I guess that's how we fix it. We either find us a Paul Heyman mind, let Eric be part of creative, or a bigger part of creative. Nobody really knows exactly what his job is. And let's start pushing new stars to promote the brand that's going to a new station. They're going to probably have to just fill 3 hours of content. Let's do better. Let's do better. Let's hire wrestling fans to be not even just writers, because wrestling fans don't know how to write television.
Or at least a think tank of wrestling fans to bounce ideas off the writing crew.
Right. That would work too. It's something, because what they're doing is they're flipping back notebooks from 20 years ago and they're just reinserting names.
Or last year.
Yeah, that too. And it's just, if I paid $1 billion to put this on my station for 5 years and it hasn't hit my station yet, I'd be like, I want my money back, bitch.
Yep.
I feel like I got ripped off. And it's not even on my station. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're trying to tread water. They're just trying to coast. They got a couple of weeks to get me to decide that I'm going to tune in on Friday night, because right now I got other shit to do. That's how I feel about it. This is what they're going to give us. You know what? Yeah. You know what? How about this? Fine. Give us 3 hours, but I want an hour, and not an hour straight, but I want a good chunk of that to be the women. You have a fucking talent pool that just do better. That's all. I could talk forever tonight. We'll just do better.
All right, that puts an end to SmackDown and the rewrites.
Hey everyone, it's your girl, the Queen of NE here, and I'm so excited to tell you that I have my own show, Queen's Court, over on Brainbuster Radio, a listener, interactive, and collaborative program in which I'll get to share my thoughts, opinions, bring you discussions with some really awesome folks, and turn you on to something that you may not have thought before from a different perspective. You'll also get to hold court with Queen, in which you can send me questions on Twitter or to my email, and we'll discuss what you want to talk about. So please find me at The Queen of NE on Twitter and at Brainbuster Radio on all major platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, we're everywhere. And I can't wait to see you there.
Now on to the predictions for Night of Champions, or
Clash of.
As of right now, it's a 11 match card.
It's gonna be a long night, my friends.
Help! I can't stay up this late.
But how many of those are gonna be on
the pre-show? It doesn't state. I'm gonna guess 2.
So, 9-match card. We'll probably be done by 9:30 again, in the Eastern time. 10:30, 11.
Can I ask why we're having non-title matches on Clash of Champions? Can I just ask that?
Because Roman needs a spot.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Oh,
no.
Oh my God.
No.
I know that this is the preview part,
and it's literally the only non-title match on the card.
Literally, stop it. Stop it. That's my other low of whatever. I can't. Why are we doing this? This is not the pay-per-view for that. We do not need that. He does not need to be on every fucking pay-per-view. Oh my God.
I will tell you why he needs to be on this pay-per-view. Because on Monday, they effectively made him John Cena 2.0.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be on a pay-per-view. Or this is where they bring out the 24/7 championship and Roman becomes the 24/7 champion.
God.
Hey, Archery has to defend it, so it has to happen.
And here I'm gonna before we get to this card, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna make this very, very clear. I'm not shitting on the Connor's Cure package. What I'm going to shit on is their cut of Cantor's butt with the kids. It should be kick Cantor's butt that they're cutting repeatedly, not Cantor's butt. But that's an audio thing that just tweaks me. Has been tweaking me with me the last couple of weeks. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. No, neither of you guys, probably nor our listeners care about that. But it just bugs me to no end. Clearly.
You said Cancer's butt about 15 times, so apparently it does.
Because that's the way they cut that commercial.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to believe you.
I will send it to you guys in the chat.
No, I'm good. I heard it too.
I don't even know how to effectively update my computer, so how would I wouldn't even ever know where to hear that, so I'm good.
All right, the first match that I'm seeing is AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the United States Championship.
Cool. AJ retains.
Also, AJ retains, but through shenanigans because he gets DQ'd and the OC gets involved.
Sounds good.
I mean, AJ. Is there another choice?
No.
Titles are changing, but this ain't it.
Then we've got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville for the women's tag team championships.
Bliss, Cross, Bliss, whatever they're called. That's my pick.
Or
I'm gonna go with Fire and Desire here.
Oh, God, that name makes me cringe. So bad.
Same here, but I had to do it.
Ugh, nasty.
I'm going with Bliss Cross because they're the first two that have actually made those titles mean a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got the only non-title match on the card: Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan in a no DQ match. LOL, Roman wins.
I mean, I guess, right? Are we gonna get like a cool thing, and Luke Harper's gonna come back finally, or is he just gonna continue to tweet the same thing every day with a different day? And he's just going to chill out on the shelf until he's done.
Yep. He's going to continue to chill.
No nice things. Fucking Roman Reigns. God damn it.
Queen.
What?
It's Wednesday.
You know what that means?
What that means?
I picked Roman Reigns if you didn't catch that in the rant.
Okay, I didn't.
Okay. You were staring at me and I was like, you heard me say it right. Okay.
I'm going to pick Roman because... why would we want to continue a storyline?
And we've got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yep, we do.
Sasha here?
I'm gonna pick Sasha here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Going for it.
Same.
Going for the blue hair glory.
Hey, I'm going with Sasha, but real quick, I want to make another prediction.
Sure.
After Clash of Champions, at least 2 of the 4 horsewomen will be women's champions on Raw and SmackDown.
Wow. Groundbreaking.
Dude.
I can't get that one wrong.
Efficient.
All right. Next
we've got Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Nakamura retains.
I agree.
I need it to be The Miz. I just had a funny thought, though. What if Roman is on the pre-show?
Good.
LOL.
That would be funny.
Fuck Roman.
I honestly, though, I need it. I need Miz to be the IC champion again.
Yeah, so it can actually be on fucking TV.
So it can be relevant again.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys, this hurts. This hurts.
I feel so bad for Nakamura. So bad.
I don't. He's making big money.
Well, yeah.
I'm not. I don't feel bad for any of them.
But I want him to fucking matter, goddammit.
Well, then putting him with Sami Zayn wasn't the best.
But he wasn't doing anything before Sami either.
Not doing nothing now either. Sammy's doing it all.
All right. Then we've got the New Day versus the Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
You guys, this shit, I have no idea. I just...
Watch this match be on the
Fuck y'all.
pre-show.
New Day. Why not? Why not?
Revival.
Are you doing it?
Yep.
You're going to make hot potato it back?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna do Revival as well.
Oh, fuck. Should I change mine?
I mean, I'm only doing that because I thought that they took out Xavier's knee. I don't know. I didn't even know this match was going on.
I didn't know this match was going on either, which is why I'm like, fuck it, I have no idea.
Did they even hype this match on the Go Home show, or did they just announce it after?
They announced it after, I believe.
They announced it after, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because why would we care about that?
Right, we wouldn't care about that. Only all of the champions are defending. No big deal. I don't know, guys. That's why I'm like, well, if they don't fucking care, then they're just going to leave it on the New Day, then, right? I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, what's next?
Then we've got Drew Gulak versus Lince Dorado versus Humberto Carrillo. Fuck. I'm gonna butcher that, so no. Carrillo. I am not a Spanish speaker. I'm gonna say Drew Gulak retains Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to do the same because that's the only one that I can say.
All right. Then we've got the Raw Tag Team Championship. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman versus Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Who the fuck cares? But Robert Roode and Ziggler.
I think Seth and Braun are retaining.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Well, that's good because that's the only option you have to see. It's like, oh, I love you, Mort. I try to pop you and I can't get nothing. I got the bird. I'm going with Seth and Braun, but I have a question. On Raw, did Roode and Ziggler become members of the OC, or was that just like a one-night thing?
I think that was a one-night thing for the 10-man.
I think that would be cool if they did join, though. Then I
Not
could get
before
behind
fucking
it.
Finn Balor. Sorry.
Raging Queenie.
He's hurt.
Sorry. I get mad. I heard Finn Balor. Fucking out the back of my hole. Sorry.
Raging Queenie's fun though.
All right, so not before somebody fucks Finn Balor. Anyway.
Yeah, his wife.
Well, I hope that he had better luck than
Did Drew-
consummating than what's his face.
Drake. I said
Drake.
Drew.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Drake.
that.
Yeah.
Drake. I can't say words. I'm trying to say words, you guys. It's coming out all wrong.
Oh, you must be a writer for SmackDown.
I feel like one. I'm a failure. Oh, God.
All right. Then we've got Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
Kofi.
I'm going Kofi, even though they have done everything they can to effectively make me not give a fuck about him being the champion anymore.
Then we've got Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte 10 time? Or is it more than that at this point?
No, it'd be 10 time.
No,
That's
it'd
why
be 10 time.
she keeps flashing 10, like
Yeah.
she's Ty Dillinger.
Wrong company, baby.
Oh no, Ty Dillinger wrestled for this shit show. Sean Spears is actually in that new upset.
Yeah, but he's
promotion.
still using the 10. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, whatever.
Oh my God, don't you whatever me. Don't sass me right now. I don't know, man. I feel like this could go either way. This one
This
could go either
could.
way for me.
This could go either way.
I really... Shut up.
One or the other could win this one. You are right.
Or that could be a double DQ.
It's like we got two omniscient people going.
She's gonna kill you.
That's why I'm glad I'm in the Midwest. She's on the East Coast. She can kill you in my place. I'll be quiet now.
Anyway, what I mean by that is WWE could really book this either way and be successful in terms of their storyline. If Bayley were to lose, it could further her delusional loyalty thing that she's got going on with Sasha in a different path than it would if she would retaining. So her and Sasha would be, the dual branded champions or whatever. And if they made it Charlotte 10 time, I really wouldn't be surprised. This one I think is the most difficult for me to pick because I'm trying to feel like if I was Fox, what would I want? And I would want Charlotte Flair.
Because name.
Because name recognition, because she's the best that they have. She's the most solid worker. You could always count on Charlotte to carry a match. Whether her promo skills, you like them or you don't, and sometimes she fumbles, but overall she is a very solidly strong and the best, I think, that they have in the women's division in WWE, on the main roster anyway. So I could see them going with her, but I just don't know if they're going to go with Sasha and Bayley as the dual champions. But if I were Fox, I'd want Charlotte. And that's my gut reaction because we're about to move to Friday. So I'll go with Charlotte 10 time.
It's an obvious choice. I'm going to go with Charlotte.
All right.
It's obvious. It's obvious for me. I can't bet against Alexa, and I can't bet against a Flair. So for me, it's just obvious. Although you did have some very good points, which led me to a thought that I will share after we are done with the predictions.
All right, and the last match is Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship.
Wouldn't it be funny if Braun Strowman won the championship?
It would. Unfortunately, it feels like we've been saying this for the last 2 or 3 years at this point.
I know, right? But wouldn't it be funny? I just would like to see Seth Rollins not have a championship again. It made me really happy the first time it happened. Mostly because I'm just tired of hearing him talk. He's so cringy. But probably not. So Seth Rollins.
I'm going to go with what I actually want and not what I think WWE is going to book. I'm going to go with Braun because I want heel Rollins because face Rollins just sucks as far as I'm concerned. And as annoying as the Seth Rollins heel laugh is, it makes you want to punch him in the face.
Mission accomplished. Want to do it now. Might as well give me a fun reason to.
I'm going to go with Braun. Simply because they brought in Stone Cold to get Rollins over and it didn't work. So he can go burn it down on his own if he wants. But
what is it?
Yeah. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about when he says burn it down, guys. Still is confused.
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
I think it would be fun to have him chase a giant. I think that's his thing. He chases giants. So let's let Braun get the title, and let's let Seth chase it and get it back at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
Survivor Series. Jesus, I'm
Jesus. Dude.
But what? If he didn't get it back till next year at SummerSlam, I wouldn't complain. So,
You'd have to be off your TV for that to happen.
Right. You know what I want? I want Triple H to come back and get the title again.
Why?
Why?
And he'd be a 16-time, I think.
Yeah, with his mentor.
So Cena.
Yep.
I mean, in reality, Flair's actually a 19 or a 20-time champ. So, but I digress.
Who's counting?
The Flair fan.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
All right, that puts an end to predictions.
Wait, I have one thing real quick here.
Yep.
So I was thinking about this 4 Horsewoman world title thing. Is there anything that WWE can effectively do to actually have the outcome of Clash of Champions be somehow us finally getting a 4 Horsewomen unit? As heated as this has been, do they realize that their greatest competition or their greatest whatever is their friend? Do they finally realize that and we get the 4?
If they go their separate ways?
If they had been building that, then maybe, but they clearly haven't, so I don't see them just randomly saying, surprise, we're friends again.
That's what I'm saying. Is there something that can be done throughout this show somewhere?
Nope.
Okay. I just really want it to happen.
I do as well. I just don't think it can happen
They had the ability, and they fucked it all up because they didn't listen to our episode, just saying.
I know they did. But I'm just like, every time that they're all four on a show together, I'm going to say, can we somehow...
When they're not beating the fuck out of each other, yes. Maybe. But not during the show.
All right, well. Thanks for bursting that bubble.
That's what I'm here for, bro.
Asshole.
Yep. Alright, do you guys have any closing thoughts?
I'm fucking sick of watching this shit. That's my thought. I can't watch SmackDown anymore. Thank God it's moving to Friday so I don't have to. I can't. I can't. It's so hard to get through. At least Raw's been mildly entertaining, and then not last week. A couple days ago it was good, but Jesus. Just, oh my God. Hey, but next week, NXT's coming to television.
Woohoo!
2 hours of that. That'll be interesting. See what happens.
Mortimer?
I'm usually the one that signs off, so go ahead, Pops.
Damn it. I was trying to give myself an extra second here. Well, my closing and final thoughts for this week's episode are just a few things. WWE needs to do better for the SmackDown. And not just for SmackDown, but for its superstars and for their fans. In 1 week from this day of recording, NXT will be on Wednesday nights. And as always, support your local independent wrestling podcasts.
When you sign up to powerslam.tv, use our code DYWTSB. Talk to you all next week.